What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be predicting the Eastern Conference rankings of this NBA season. Let's go. At 15, the Eastern Conference, I have the Washington Wizards. This team, besides Kyle Kuzma, is absolute trash. But at number 14, I do have the Charlotte Hornets. Now, LaMelo Ball, let's be real, he's pretty injury prone. And Miles Bridges, well, I'm not sure how he's going to do. Brandon Miller, though, should be a lot better this year. And if he's not, then who knows what's going to happen to the Charlotte Hornets, because this team is already pretty bad. But at 13, we do have the Detroit Pistons. Now, Cade Cunningham is going to have a Cade Cunningham type season, pretty nice. And then we have Paul Reed and Tobias Harris, which they both signed from the 76ers. Tobias Harris is an absolute bum. I do not think, well, he's going to be a starter for this Detroit Pistons team probably. He's going to have a better year than he did with the Sixers last season, but it's still going to be pretty mediocre. And same for Paul Reed. He's also, well, he probably won't be in the starting lineup. He's probably going to be on the bench like he was against the Sixers. Jalen Duren's probably going to be starting over him. But other than that, there's two pretty good signings. But next at 12, I do love them, but we have to put the Brooklyn Nets. And to be honest, I can't put them any higher. They just got rid of Mikal Bridges last offseason. And yeah, that means that's pretty much just Cam Thomas. Now, I do expect other people to step up around him, like Nick Claxton, who almost averaged a double-double last year. I hope to dear God that Ben freaking Simmons actually has a better year than what he's been having. He has 6 points per game last season. He has 0% three-point shooting. If the last 2 years, like, bro, what is this man doing? But at 11, I do have the Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks have pretty good center depth, so if they can trade one of those centers away, let's say, cause they have Jalen Johnson, Clint Capella, Onyeka Okongwu. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. I probably did. But I think, they could trade one of those three guys away for maybe a better small forward or shooting guard to back up Trae Young in that shooting range. But that means at 10, I do have the Toronto Raptors. Now, last year they finished at number 12, but I think Scotty Barnes, RJ Barrett, and those guys will do pretty well, like normal. Then we have Bruce Brown Jr., who is an interesting guy. He seems like someone who I think would be averaging 15 points per game this season. But again, I'm not sure. He was a former Raptor in 2023 before he got traded to the Pacers. And then he went back to the Raptors, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, I do think he's going to do better because last year he did pretty good as a Pacer. So yeah, that's why I have them at 10 because of the development of their players. And then at number 9, I do have the Chicago Bulls. This Bulls team is actually pretty nice. If they were in the Western Conference, I would definitely have them finishing in the top 8. But since they're in the better Eastern Conference, I just don't think they're better than these top 8 teams. That's why I have them at 9. And then at 8, I have the Miami Heat. Now, 2 years ago, they actually made the finals, but then lost to the Nuggets. And last year, they got first rounded by the Boston Celtics. Hopefully, they have better luck in the playoffs with Jimmy Butler not getting injured. I swear, that man's a demon in the playoffs. The starting lineup looks pretty nice right now, actually. Bam Adebayo at the center. We have Jimmy Butler at small forward or somewhere like a forward. They have Tyler Hero up there. You have Nikola Jovic. And then also Kevin Love is also there for backup. So that team is pretty solid. And then we have the Indiana Pacers. I also feel like I can't rate them any higher. I mean, Pascal Siakam and Tyrese Halliburton really should be enough. As well as Obi Toppin, he had some pretty nice games last year. And yeah, that should be enough to secure themselves a top 7. I think those 3 are really good. It's a really good trio. Next, we have the Orlando Magic. Now, Paolo Banchero and the Wagner brothers are pretty good, as well as Jalen Suggs, but I just don't think that they're better than these top 5 teams in the Eastern Conference. They're a pretty young team in terms of Paolo Banchero. Maybe next year they'll be a lot better, which they probably will, but just not this year. And at number 5, here's where I think we have the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, this Cavs team, don't get me wrong, they're really good. Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, and Evan Mobley, they're all fantastic players, but I just don't think that their depth is really enough to compete with the top 4 in the Eastern Conference. I mean, literally though, like Jarrett Allen, Max Strus, those are some pretty nice players, but other than that, like, who you got? At number 4, though, we do have the New York Knicks. Now, I know quite the 2 placement drop, but to be fair, they were like 2 losses away from being in this position. And I think they will have that type of drop because, well, I think the other teams will just be better than them this year. I think they might pick up some injuries along the way also. And then, yeah. At number 3, though, it has to be the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis and Damian Lillard actually was kind of disappointing last year. If you look at his stats, this man averaged 8 points per game less than what he did the year prior. I just don't think that's gonna work out for him that well. But I do expect him to have a little bit of a better year, which is why I have them at 3 over the Knicks. But yeah, Giannis is gonna have to carry this team as well as the bench. They actually have a better bench this time than the Knicks. But at 2, with the biggest leap of them all, we do have the Philadelphia 76ers. Tyrese Maxey, Paul George, and Embiid are in town, and oh boy, that is scary. They have Kelly Oubre. They actually have a pretty decent bench, but their starters are where it's at, and that's why I have them at 2. And then number 1, was there ever a doubt about it? We have the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics, they have the most complete roster in the NBA, I think, in my opinion. And their bench is also pretty good. They just won the NBA championship, so what more could you want from them? They're the best team in the NBA. And that's all for now. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video about the Eastern Conference placements predictions by me. And like always, please consider subscribing. It's free, it's optional, and you can always unsubscribe later. Have a great day.